Sounds like Torrance police might be trying to get some people out of the park, and they're hitting their stupid buzzer. Okay, it's past midnight and we're in a residential area. So these cops think it's a good idea to be blazing their stupid horn like that. Okay, now they're throwing stuff at him. Okay, the cop there on the left just threw a water bottle at the person. See, he's throwing it at him again. You really think that's appropriate? To be throwing things at people like that? Okay, now this guy's playing with his taser. Okay, now they're throwing it at him again. And they're laughing about it. Now they just realized that they were being filmed throwing water bottles at a homeless person.
Watch, cruel cops hurl trash at sleeping homeless man and his dog. Cops in California were caught on video humiliating a sleeping homeless man by throwing trash and water bottles at him and his dog. By Matt Agarist, July 3, 2017. Torrance, CA. In cities across the U.S., it is becoming increasingly illegal to sit for too long or sleep in public. Beatdowns, humiliation, and arrests by police are, unfortunately, becoming a larger and larger part of the homeless culture. Whether the dehumanization is to make way for the up-and-coming comic book festival or just a run-of-the-mill sadistic police gang murder, homeless folks in the U.S. are finding themselves in an increasingly hostile police state. American police play the majority of the role and are almost never held accountable for their actions. Cops in Saginaw, Michigan, who shot and killed homeless Saginaw resident Milton Hall, in firing squad fashion, during a confrontation in a shopping plaza parking lot, were let off without facing any charges. Who cares about one dead homeless guy, right? Well, that seems to be the prevailing mentality among police officers. After a cop in San Antonio was caught giving a homeless man a literal shit sandwich, apparently rampant abuse is now the norm. Thanks to the good folks at the independent media outlet, Onus News Service, we now have more cops exposed for degrading and dehumanizing people for the sole reason that they do not have a home to live in. Advertisement. A video uploaded to the Onus YouTube channel over the weekend shows just how much disdain some cops have for homeless people. Cops in Torrance, CA were captured on video tormenting a homeless man for sleeping in a park. Instead of walking up to the sleeping man and his dog and just saying, "Hey man, can you please wake up?" the officers at 12:30 a.m. in a residential area took to blasting their noisemaker and shining lights on him. However, that was just the beginning. Read more. LAPD used desperate females begging for rides to entrap Uber drivers. The two cops then walked over to the area, began picking up pieces of trash and lobbing them at the sleeping man and his dog. Not content with the trash throwing, one officer took to hurling bottled water at the man as if he was some monkey in a zoo. Clearly, the homeless man was very tired or scared to death that these cops were going to hurt him. So, he did not immediately get up. That's when the cops climbed over the tables to get a bird's eye view. While standing above the sleeping man and his dog, one officer takes out his baton and begins prodding the man with it, like he's livestock. Eventually, the man gets up and is forced to move on. His safe park sleeping spot now brutally ended. Luckily he wasn't killed. As they had nothing to charge him with, the man was not arrested. However, he was forced to pack up and find another place to go. This man's treatment should come as no surprise, especially considering the horrific treatment of homeless people in California. As TFTP has previously reported, the city of Santa Ana has come up with an innovative and despotic way of keeping their homeless population in check: imprison them. The city is now party to a federal lawsuit over unreasonable seizure, false imprisonment, and due process violations. Heading up the lawsuit on behalf of Michael Deal, who has lived at the encampment for 3 years, is the ACLU of Southern California. The lawsuit demands the immediate removal of the 6-foot-tall chain-link fences penning in 75 to 100 people and their belongings. Read more. Case goes to jury trial to punish citizen for asking a police officer a question. Defendants' actions have not only illegally restricted the liberty of the homeless people living in the encampment, but it has also cut them off from access to food, water, and medical care, thus threatening their health and well-being, the lawsuit states. Children, people with severe disabilities, the elderly and others are deprived of food, water, and access to restrooms, said ACLU homelessness policy analyst Eve Garrow. The county should take action to rectify this egregious violation of basic human rights. After seeing how California is literally rounding up the homeless in concentration camps, hurling trash at a sleeping homeless man is seen as par for the course.
Hey Sheriff, we have a question about why your office, your intelligence division, is investigating private citizens for criminal investigation that happen to be activists that are overseeing your department. Why would you have your intelligence division investigate private citizens? We have done... Sir, we don't hate anyone. We love freedom and we love American people. And government is out of control. That's why you're seeing such a revolt nationwide. Why can't you just answer, why is Susan Edwards, your intelligence division, investigating private citizens? This should not happen.
Are you here to apply for a job?
Possibly I might be applying for a job, but that's irrelevant to my question. Why would you ask that question?
Well, enjoy the fair.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Excuse you?
Excuse me, sir.
So those of you that haven't
Wow.
been on a bike before, we're
Sheriff's
just
getting a little too pushy. You work for us, Sheriff. Just keep that in mind. At one time we respected you, but not with that type of attitude.
Hey Charlotte County, this is Charlotte County COPWATCH, and I wanted to explain what fair use is. You can use pieces of news articles if you're doing it for news reporting, you have commentary, and you're doing it for education purposes. So that's what fair use is, as you can see right here. Another reason why I wanted to make this video is to let you know I have just joined with Patreon. A nice thing with Patreon, I make no money on YouTube. They took the money away years ago, and so this is another way to give, and it's a nice thing too because you can give monthly. You can give $1, $5, $10, whatever. I do 4 to 5 hours a day on trying to wake the sheeple up on how corrupt it is and different ways that you can fight the corruption. So Patreon is a way that you can do it, and then of course the old way is still there. Donate to Charlotte County COPWATCH with PayPal or credit card. So keep that in mind. 4 to 5 hours a day. I make no money, but the corruption happened to me and I'm sick of it, so I'm trying to wake people up. But my wife would love it if if we could get some help out there. There's 47,000 subscribers. Just think if each one of you subscribers just gave let's say actually yes, $1 a month. 47,000 subscribers gave $1 a month. That would be awesome. That's not going to happen. But anyways, that would be great if it did happen. But do the math in your head. Just think about it. Like I said, 4 to 5 hours a day. I get no money from YouTube. YouTube has gone nuts. You can't do anything anymore. They're taking the money away everywhere. So these are a couple different ways that you can still help out with all this time that I put in. And as you know, I'm in a special situation where, at least I can do it. 4 to 5 hours a day. We have a cleaning company during the day. That's what allows me to do this, and we're debt free. So this is my hobby. I don't go fishing and all that other crap. I try to save the world. So help me out to make the wife happy, man. In fact, if you guys did give $1 a day, and there was 47,000 of you, and you did it, and each of you gave $1, and that was every month, oh my God, yes, I could quit. I could start suing them. Another idea too that we have is, if I got, you know, some funds, we could actually contact everyone that has been ticketed and or arrested and put in jail and start sending them postcards to let them know we're here and to see if everything went all right, and if it didn't, find out their story. So we could even do more investigations and more lawsuits. Lawsuits take money. So just think about that. You know, 47,000 of you so far right now. You know, $1 a day. I mean, $1 a month on Patreon, or $5 a month Patreon, 10, 20, whatever. Just do the math in your head. Help out. This is a lot of work every single day. Thanks.